The Trump Organization has been found guilty on all 17 counts it faced in a New York tax fraud trial. It convicted the company.
We have breaking news this hour. A jury in New York has found the Trump Corporation guilty of 17 counts of tax fraud and business record manipulation. It found that the Trump family's real estate company helped top executives dodge personal income taxes on perks like luxury apartments and cars. Will Denslow is in New York tracking this breaking story. So, Will, what do we know about the reasoning for this verdict?
Well, during this month-long trial, the prosecution essentially sought to lay out that the Trump Organization paid a number of senior executives, like you mentioned, including the chief financial officer for a number of years at the Trump Organization, Allen Weisselberg, these off-the-book perks. These included things like luxury cars, Mercedes-Benz, private school tuition for their children, rent for luxury apartments in the city as well, that were not declared and therefore were not taxed. Now, a key part of this trial is that we heard testimony directly from the former CFO, Allen Weisselberg, who has previously, earlier this year, pleaded guilty to tax fraud. Now, significantly in this trial, Donald Trump was not explicitly named for being compliant. This was just a trial against the Trump Organization. However, in their closing arguments, prosecutors did say that the former US president was aware of this scheme. Now, Donald Trump has reiterated that he says that this case has been politically motivated, and the message from the defense during this trial is trying to paint that it was the fault of outside accountants that were to blame for not spotting what they believe and what they argued to be the actions from a rogue actor in Allen Weisselberg and other senior executives. Of course, ultimately, after 2 days of deliberations, the jury did not agree with the defense, finding the Trump Organization guilty on all 17 counts, Andrew.
So what implications might there be for Donald Trump personally and his organization?
Well, for the organization, they face fines of potentially up to $1.6 million. For Donald Trump himself directly, of course, he's not named in the suit. So when it comes to any actual personal ramifications, very limited indeed. But some analysts say this could have a major potential ramifications when it comes to the district attorney here in Manhattan and his broader look into the Donald Trump's taxes, Donald Trump's businesses before he became president. Of course, there are investigations underway here in the state of New York looking into the allegations and possibility that Donald Trump and his business might have inflated and deflated assets for a number of his properties to try and provide favorable loans and financial benefits. So, of course, it's seen as potential implications when it comes to whether this a particular case here in New York will help those investigations pick up steam when it comes to those other suits that are ongoing, those other investigations that are ongoing. Donald Trump again reiterates those claims that this is a politically motivated witch hunt.
Well, thank you. That is reporter Will Denslow in New York.